Hello everyone. Today I'm doing a response video on this gentleman, YouTuber named Philip DeFranco. Now I came across this video way back when before I started this channel, and I thought I'd make a video on what he seems to say on it. He seems like an intelligent gentleman. He has a podcast. He uses a lot of logic and facts to, back up his arguments, things like that. But I'm going to go in this part of the video where he just tends to fall short. And this is going to be the response.
With that said, of course, welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show. Buckle up, hit that like button, and let's just jump into it. The first thing we're going to talk about today is actually a story a lot of you requested. I think because you want me to really go at someone, you're baiting me. A number of you beautiful bastards have sent me this video of a creator by the name of Lauren. I cannot play Lauren's video here because it contains copyrighted music, but I'm just going to say what she says. In the video, she uploaded to TikTok and also to Twitter with a caption: "The fight to end oppression for animals is the same fight to end the oppression of black people." And in the video, she says, "I feel like this needs to be said, and I really wish more people would connect these two dots, but Black Lives Matter and animal lives matter. Literally all sentient beings on this planet deserve a life free from fear. So stop killing black people and stop killing animals. Veganism, Black Lives Matter, it's all the same fight." Even just repeating her words was infuriating. You baiters. You bait? No, Lauren, it's not the same. I care about a black person more than I do a chicken. I understand it.
Here's the issue here on this video. He goes off on a red herring. She's only saying the fight towards an oppression is the same. She's not saying the victims are the same. She didn't say anything about a chicken and a human being the same. So I'm not quite sure where you're going at, but let's see here.
Not even remotely close. I feel slightly insane having to have even said that last sentence, as if any situation would warrant the need for it. Understand the situation we're in, and this is oversimplified, is we have a group of other human beings who are not treated the same as other human beings, and that needs to be addressed.
Yes, this has been acknowledged by her. There's an acknowledgement that there's an oppression towards a marginalized group, and it needs to stop.
Just in this country, hundreds of years, generations, horrible stuff. Other human beings just like me who are not treated like me are treated less than due to no choice or fault of their own. Like, it takes special kind of hippy-dippy BS to see people in the streets going like, "Stop killing black people," and you're like, "Yeah, and don't milk cows." Also in response.
Yeah, it just seems like you're just more normalized to the idea of these products. You don't see a victim, you see a product. And that's fine. You've been conditioned since you're young to see that. But you're not addressed. You're misrepresenting her and her argument. You have no counter argument to what she said. And you're just misrepresenting her. She is basically saying it is hypocritical to be against the violence and oppression towards a marginalized group while simultaneously supporting the violence and oppression towards another marginalized group. That's all she's saying. She's not saying value one victim over the other. Yeah, you're just totally misrepresenting her. I don't know.
To one of the many people who were like, "Could you not?" Lauren defended herself by saying, "I'm Latina." The message in my video was this: "I'm a vegan fighting to end the oppression of all sentient beings on this planet. I support the Black Lives Matter movement and any other movement that seeks to do the same. It's the same fight for me." To which most people were like, "Yeah, it's that last line that we're taking issue with." Also regarding...
Why? She's talking about the fight towards oppression.
There were other points. We saw Danny Fernandez, actress, TV writer, responding. "Thank you for pointing out that you're Latino, like it excuses this dehumanizing, dangerous message of comparing black lives with animal lives. You needing to distract and attach anything other than black lives to this movement actively perpetuates anti-blackness in our community." Lauren.
Yeah, she's not valuing any lives over any lives. She never said that. And of course, she just misrepresented her as well. I mean, that was just ridiculous.
As I was filming this video, is also kind of apologized. She starts off by saying,
"Yesterday I learned an important lesson, that words matter. Not just my intention, but the way that I frame statements and the timing of those statements really matter. I posted a video in which some people believed that I was dehumanizing Black people or comparing Black people to animals. Two things that I would never do.
Two things you didn't do.
I have appreciated all of the feedback from everyone.
I will say I appreciated the tone change. It was like people said I said something that I didn't, but I
Which they did.
appreciated everyone's feedback. She then
Which-
goes on to say that we should all
Which is what you're doing right now.
care about the Black Lives Matter movement, asking people to keep fighting for the end to police brutality, and then saying after the cameras are gone, though, we should do something different.
We need to keep this fight against racism alive and bring it to rural areas like North Carolina. In North Carolina, for example, CAFOs, also known as factory farms, are concentrated the most in rural communities of color. This waste is then sprayed into the air, making it impossible for the Black and Latino communities to do things that I take for granted.
Right, so she's connecting kind of veganism once again to Black lives, and ultimately it comes to this.
Every time you pick up a burger with bacon or a chicken sandwich, as many people commented on my last video that they were going to, understand where your meal came from. It came at the cost of an animal's life, yes, but it also came at the cost of a Black person's life too.
Laura, why in this moment could you just not keep it simple and go like, I didn't mean to equate the two?
I think you're just uninformed on the situation. The North Carolina thing, they did set up these factories and started using waste lagoons, thousands and thousands of gallons of urine and feces. And since they didn't have anything to do with it, they sprayed it along the fields, and it did affect a lot of people. And I believe they won that lawsuit. If you look here, they did win, and they got, they had a big health issues. All the residents there, mostly people of color, all the residents there, they got really, really sick because of the waste, and they could hear, they could also hear the pigs screaming. So what she's saying is, since you support these industries, you pay for this to happen, you're indefinitely paying for this to happen to these communities that live around these areas. If we weren't paying for this, it wouldn't be happening, of course. And of course, I'm going to leave you a little video on a link at the bottom. You can click on it, and it'll show you everything that's going on that they investigated it back in the North Carolina time. They investigated. They talked to all the residential areas, see how bad it was, and they couldn't even go outside. Their little children getting asthma. It was horrible. So when you pay for this to happen, you're paying for it to happen. She's just connecting the dots. There's not only these animals dying unnecessarily, it's also affecting the people of color that live around those areas, which were probably chosen because they were low-income areas. So, I mean, you're not connecting the two. You're still saying she's valuing one victim over the other, which she's never said this whole time.
Things. I'm all about love. I'm all about life. I understand priority. But instead, you got to, if you eat a hamburger with bacon, you are hurting Black people.
Well, if you eat a hamburger with bacon, you support that industry that causes this to happen. Simple as that. That's what she said. She said a complete fact. You're not having any counter arguments to what she's saying. All you're doing is misrepresenting her, just like everybody else did. It's funny.
I'm going to leave it there. I'm a better version of who I was years ago. I'm not taking the bait fully. But now the question to you, that's the story, a little bit of my opinion. Lauren shared hers, and of course, I'd love to know your thoughts, whether you agree, you disagree, whatever. Let me know what you're thinking in those comments down below. And then I wanted to talk about an update.
Okay, well, I think the rest of this video is about a couple that adopted a baby and didn't take care of it. It was horrible. But, yeah, I'm not going to... That's the only problem I have with this video. Now, as you can obviously see, that he just misrepresented the argument. He didn't fully address it. That's how I disagree with this gentleman. Like I said, he's not an unintelligent man. He knows what he's saying, and maybe he could be honest with himself later on and realize what she said and how you responded, which wasn't accurate at all. Very misrepresentative of you. All right, well, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget, I'm going to leave that link below. You can watch the video of the North Carolina pig farms and all the residential area that surrounds it. Yeah, so yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. I'm always open to any type of dialogue, even if you disagree or agree with me, no big deal. All right, thanks.